It's fine. It's written there. Oh my God.
Good
Hmm.
morning. Good morning. Welcome to the program. Yes. We are absolutely happy to have you here. As usual, please help us to share, like, subscribe, hinda, na DM to ensure no more our people get to the message. Please help us to get that done. We thank those that are reaching out. We thank our food soldiers that are going around and sending this information to the people. We thank you. This is our movement. And as long as we continue to do the work, Fulani will be highlighted. We will be able to delineate and call out those that are coming to our lands to displace us and cause us to leave our inheritance to end up in a IDP camp. So we thank God. Things are moving. And we're not thanking God sitting down. I hope by that kind of thank God, we mean that
Wow.
we're doing the work. We are our chi, and we, the chi, are doing this work. So welcome to the program. My name is Mona Chimsaga, aka Ali Bubu Alansa. Welcome to the program.
Yes, thank you, our viewers. Thank you for those that are seeing this video for the first time. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for our subscribers. Those returning every week, we see you and we say thank you so much because, like my sister said, this is a teamwork. We are moving. We are moving from pain, terror, trauma. We are moving to healing,
Mm,
liberation, good life, pursuit of happiness,
mm.
life, life. We are moving. We are moving to liberation. We are not going to sit down and wait in pain. No, we're not doing that. We are moving because we are taking the necessary action. So thank you so much for those of you supporting us, subscribing, because when you subscribe, when you like, when you hit notification button, YouTube and Facebook will automatically spread this thing to people that need to hear it so that they will hear it and leave, not hear it and buy, because we are not here. We are not telling you one kewa or death. No, it's life. We're going to be alive to take back our sovereignty, take back our ancestral homes, and begin to build them like other people elsewhere. So welcome once again to today's show. Remember, like we tell you, that this is one-stop show for all your liberation information, all your self-determination information. We will come here, streamline the template, the proposition we have on the table, which is Nina's proposition. We will look at it, process it, break it down for us one by one so that it will make sense for us, and then you'll be part of the project and stop putting yourself where you should not be. So please, you're welcome. Those sending us videos, sending us information, text, and everything, because this show is interactive throughout the week. So we are on 247, receiving your text, videos, information, suggestions, everything. Keep it coming. And even while we are live, you're sending text, you're writing your comment, we are reading them out, we are answering questions. We are doing everything because we are in this together. Thank you so much. Let's share as we wait.
All right, let's start our music while we're sharing. Once again, welcome to the program.
What I see, Momodu. You're welcome. Welcome, sir. Please keep sharing. Hit the like button. Please invite others. Thank you. for others to join.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. We'll continue to share as we move on with the show. Thank you so much for today. Continue to hit the like button. We recognize that it alters the algorithm so that others can see this message. We are not relenting. We started this fight with so many people, but they gave up. They ran away for one excuse or the other. But we, the mothers, the daughters of the land, your auntie, your cousin, your sister, your wife, your whatever you want to call us. So you're like, oh no, the future of our children is at stake. And nothing, not even our home, not even sleepiness, not even or not even anything that will stop us from making this sacrifice to ensure that our people get to their destination. What is that destination? Ali Bobo Alanso, where you will live life and live life abundantly. You live life without fear. You live life without the Fulani. You live life without somebody making random decision, and it will destroy everything that you have worked for. So welcome to our program. We are going to identify certain things today for you that maybe you've never thought about. So our topic today is 4 months.
Sorry, before the topic, sorry, just to add,
Yes.
my sister said Anibo. That's for the indigenous peoples of Igbo land. Now, it's the same thing for all of you, all the indigenous peoples, because we recognize the fact that many people are watching us from all over the world. So your ancestral homeland, that land where you were born, that they buried your placenta there, where your ancestors that handed over the heritage to you, that is your identity. That is where we are talking. And you deserve the sovereignty of that land, because sovereignty is the people and the land. Your ancestral homeland is yours, and it is your right to be there and decide how you want to live. It is your right to decide who you want to coexist with. So we are working together in alliance and we are collaborating together. Just wanted to add that. Please.
No, no, it's quite important. Quite important. Yes, this is all about our people. Anyone that looks like me is all about you. We are definitely referring to you. All right. So the topic goes the 4 monsters marching towards the peoples of Nigeria, the 4 monsters. And those monsters we are going to recognize, one of them is already glaring. They're even coming out to defend themselves. According to Nina's, this current April, if the people of Nigeria would do as they were told, as they were told in 2025, they would have been able to turn the table against those bullying and terrorizing them.
Yes, in this 2025, they will be able to do it. In this, if they will do as they are told. In this 2025, they're still telling them today. Today, you will be able to turn the table around. Sorry.
So yes, please, thank you. So it's not, the template is already on the table, like we keep telling you guys. And that's why we don't see us swelling. That's why you don't see us crying, complaining, because that's what our people like to do for years. They will sit around and mention everything that is wrong, but they don't have any solution on the table. And the solution is there looking at you. So instead of going on TV, calling out what these people are doing, why don't we activate the strategy as stipulated by Ninas? As a political prophet, yes, as religious opportunists and traditional gatekeepers plot their voyage towards the 2027 elections. They are clinging to oppressive unitary constitutional order, the very system that has for decades empowered the Fulani terrorists with weapons while systematically disarming, impoverishing, and endangering the indigenous peoples of Nigeria. Under this course arrangement, the lives, the land, the liberties of millions hang by a thread. Yet, the desperate question remains: for how long will we, the peoples of Nigeria, be forced to normalize terror, normalize trauma, and even mass suffering? Not just in our nation, but across the African continent. How long are we going to be watching this? We are all looking as if we're incapacitated. Across the ocean, a single terror attack, 9/11, jolted America into permanent action. A nation that vowed never again. Within days, the US unleashed a relentless war against terror network, building new security architectures, honoring the wounded, and institutionalizing trauma care for survivors who are still receiving psychiatric support decades later. Let's look at that in stark contrast to Nigeria. Nigeria is a land drenched in centuries of blood from gruesome massacres, ethnic cleansing, kidnapping, village raising, yet they remain shackled by silence, inaction, and ritual with those and riddled with those who long ago traded our humanities for morsels of flesh. They traded our mind into submission since 1804, as if our brain are replaced with watery corn pap. Like we don't have, it's not working. Oh, I forgot. We are praying. We
Hmm.
are calling on our God to come and help us. We're internalizing the pain and calling God to calm us down in the midst of the suffering.
Hmm.
This endless cycle of horror, this deliberate numbing of our collective consciousness must end. Let me repeat that. This endless cycle of terror, this deliberate numbing of our collective consciousness must end. The time for empty speeches, hollow promises, and dead end dialogues is over. So today, we'll continue to process and streamline our strategic escape from the Fulani terror machine, which include state capture, the deliberate economic strangulation brought upon us by the politicians. As we watch, these criminal politicians, they are scrambling and scheming for their seat at Aso Rock in 2027, bickering over blood as if they are watching vultures, bickering over the Fulani war machinery advancing against our people unchecked. This group of people are posing a clear and present threat of danger and domination and extermination against our people. Therefore, we cannot afford to sleepwalk into our own destruction because we are not livestock. We cannot afford to be sacrificial lamb to be herded into a slaughterhouse. We are free people and we must rise as such. So we need to join. There's a movement already on the table. There's a template on the table. We must ask the politicians to do what? Close shop. We didn't say boycott the election. We said they must do what? Close shop. That we are no longer interested in their democracy because that's what they are bringing to us. Nothing good has come out of this democracy that we are practicing. Nothing. Every time we turn around, our people's blood is on the street. Our future and the survival of our people depend on us taking the right move and the right action. You must join the movement, the Ninas movement. So I will pull up the video of the day, or the first video, as my sister had, while I do.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So continue to share. You see this video we're trying to pull up because remember on this platform, we get all information. We are not narrow-minded. We are not putting our eye in, oh, Plateau, oh, Jos, oh, one single occurrence here, here, here. We are linking up everything. Because from our research, we have found out that they are all connected. That they cry the blood in northeast, northwest, middle belt, southwest, southeast, even the death of 5 million Biafrans about 50 years ago, all are connected. What is the connection? The land you are living on. The land that you're living on that is full of resources. Some people, some crazy people are going about arming some other crazy people to exterminate the indigenous people so that they can take their land and the resources. Some of them call themselves billionaires. There's something we call billionaire syndrome. You know what is billionaire syndrome? It's a bloated ego, something that makes you think like you're God. You think that if you steal all the wealth of the people, you cannot do anything you feel like doing against humanity. You will decide when to cut down population, who to cut down, who to destroy. Hitler did it. The humanity watched Hitler do it. And today, people are doing it. They bring bioterrorism. They bring everything. COVID, everything you can imagine. Their goal is one, to eliminate humanity, to eliminate who they want to eliminate and take what they want to take. Listen to this. Watch it. This is not us saying. Watch them say it and pay close attention because all these things are all connected.
Yep, nothing happens in isolation.
No.
More and more suspect that it is not just like him being naive and just doing billionaire things. I more and more suspect that it is some sort of, I hesitate to say agenda, but kind of an agenda.
Yeah.
And I don't understand what it is, but it's evil. It's not good.
I mean, there's that wild theory of the depopulation agenda.
Yes, because that is this eugenicist trend in science that's always been around. This idea that if you really get scientific enough about it, some people suck and some people rock. And if we really wanted to be evil about it, it's true that the world would be better off with all the good people and none of the bad people. And so there's always been this problem with scientific minds, men especially, where if you get rational enough, you can justify killing off all the bad people, whether that's extermination camps or whether that's depopulation or sterilization. Eugenics has always been a problem. And Bill Gates is openly a eugenicist, and he openly talks about overpopulation as this massive problem. And when you actually look at his solutions, it basically comes down to they're implementing population reduction by making it so that poor people die and rich people live. And whether that's through vaccinating poorer countries and it happens to sterilize a bunch of people on accident, or whether it's through just quality of living is so bad that poor people can't afford to have kids, or poor people are killing each other in the streets or starving to death, those kinds of things are eugenicist policies, whether intended or not, because they're killing off what they see as undesirables. Because if you can't make it in this modern capitalist world, you're not good enough. Bill Gates is a madman. And I more and more suspect that it is not just like him being naive.
Sorry about that.
Yeah. When you think that they're naive or they don't know what they're doing, look again. Remember, on this platform, we do the more you look, the more you see. Before, the church and all these people will teach you the more you look, the less you see. But on this platform, we bring you information, connect everything together. So whether you hear starvation, mass starvation, whether you hear depopulation, whether you hear ethnic cleansing, all are all connected together. They will
The
use
same people doing, the same people carrying out the agenda.
the same people. It's one single agenda. And they will use people that have the skin, your skin, to come to your village and do certain things that you will not imagine. And you would think, how is this happening? How is the Fulani man that had stick all these years? There's a video, we will play this video for you. When, I don't know if it's in this one, but there's a video when someone told, I saw, there's so much information, my people. Sometimes it's clashing. I don't even know the one I saw. And wait, so there's one that the person gave account and said that they knew Fulani people, they were living with them. sharing things. It was a kind of a collaboration. They will farm. Then the Fulani people, they will harvest their food. When they harvest their food, Fulani people will bring their cows to work on the farm, and like while they are grazing on the farm that they have finished harvesting, they will defecate, and the feces will enrich the ground. Kind of a symbiotic relationship. And then that they will give them some of their milk, give them my shanu and all that. They were cooperating. He said after a while, these Fulani people told her that there are some Fulanis that are coming that are different from them, that are wicked and greedy, that they told them to leave, that they are coming. That means that these eugenicists, or whatever term they call them, these depopulation people, empowered a different group, played into their mischief and their greed, empowered them. So, but those of us, the indigenous people, did not see when this switch happened. All we saw was Fulani and cow. We did not see that these people are now different.
Man, I don't even think it was a switch. I think they just started slowly, right? Because they're going to come in with war. And then they knew with their plan, their 50-year plan, when they're going to transition to another.
Thank you so much for that correction. Yes, because we have done this show and we said they had people that were like people that came first. How did they call these foot soldiers that came and mapped our land? Thank you so much for this important correction. That mapped our land using their cow as GPS, mapped our land. Of course, some people might not know the detail of the plan, but there are some people
we didn't know. What I knew as a child growing up is that every now and then when we would be in our front yard playing, all of a sudden cow will come, children will start running, hurting each other, no parents are home. By the time the parents come home from work, they are seeing traumatized kids everywhere, broken arm, broken leg. You will not see the Fulani, you will not see the cow. You just know that it has all been a plan.
So this started a long time. Why we're saying this is for you that you're staying in your village thinking that your case is an isolated case. It is not isolated. It's part of another bigger agenda, and you must put your eye in what is going on. So whether it's starvation you're seeing or ethnic cleansing through war, crisis, they are interconnected. These greedy people, these people that we say have billionaire syndrome, which we say they think they are God and they will massacre everybody and then take over your wealth because
change your
greedy.
Food line, change your food to GMO.
Yes, bring GMO.
Farmers are not farming any more regular foods.
Yes, kill you with cancer, bring cancer-causing food, bring vaccines that will kill you, bioterrorism. Everything is that connected, and they will amass wealth on themselves and their few friends. And then at the end of the day, the people are dying. And they would call it a different thing. But we're telling that these people have mental illness. You see, Hitler had mental illness. These people have mental illness. Imagine when people with mental illness are now the one making decisions for normal people. But you know what is making it possible? The unitary constitution in Nigeria. They imposed that constitution. And we talk of constitutional arrangement. That is why they can arm your enemy, but they will disarm you. But we are saying today, you can make a change. You can turn this table around today in this 2025. You can do that. And we have the template that you can use to do that peacefully, and then you will be fine. So let's listen to this, our daughter. This is direct coming from the land. Who is sponsoring this genocide? Who are the people sponsoring this ethnic cleansing? If you go and read the history of Rwandan genocide, you will understand that some people sponsored it. It's the same thing that is happening. The Fulani terror, we told you about 4 monsters coming against the people. The first one is Fulani terror on the indigenous peoples. That's the first monster. Why is the church quiet? Why are the politicians quiet? Why are your traditional rulers quiet? There's more that meets the eye. Look.
We need help in Benue State. We need help in Benue State. Yesterday, about 90 to 100 people died yesterday. Just yesterday in Benue State. That is where people call their home, their house. They can't even stay comfortably anymore. They will stay and they will be scared of Fulani herdsmen. People can't even go to their farm to feed themselves because of Fulani herdsmen. A lot is happening in Benue State. Fulani herdsmen are buying us every day. People's mother, people's children, people's husband, people's, like, a lot is happening in Benue State. We need help. We need help. We need help. We need help. A lot is happening in
We just brought that as a youth crying, but you're a parent. Your assignment is not to cry. Your assignment is to respond to the cries of your children. As an adult, that's what you're supposed to do. There's an audio that we want to play. You listen. Like we said, we usually bring the things to you and then we connect them. So it will not be us talking. I'm not in Plateau, so I can only report. And in that report, I'm not going to tell you what they said. We are going to bring the people. They will speak by themselves. Listen to this audio. It's from Plateau, eyewitness account. And what the people feel about the Fulani terror, which we told you is the first monster coming to consume you. Why Nigerian politicians are dragging you to another election that we put either a Fulani or a Fulani agent in Aso Rock.
And their children are chilling in overseas.
Exactly. And you are letting this happen. We are saying today, you will be able to stop this if you will listen, if you will pay attention to instruction coming to you today. Let's listen.
Hello, good morning. My name is Las from Jos. Honestly, for you, the last speaker, I want to even disagree with you saying we should give them free passages, give the Fulanis free passages out of Nigeria for now. With all the atrocities they have committed in Nigeria, honestly speaking, I don't even think it will be wise of us to give them free passages. I'm feeling in my soul that if possible, none of them should even leave Nigeria alive. None of them. For all the pains, the troubles, the hatred they have caused us, we have lived in hatred all this while. We grew up looking at the Hausa people as our worst enemies. Why? That's because for me, I never knew they were doing all these things to the Hausa people as well. I thought all their killings, all their land grabbings, everything they do, all the humiliation, all the bloodshed, shedding the Fulanis are doing, I thought it just ends with the Christians. Because the Hausa people never came out to speak about it. I remember the first time when Boko Haram, everything was coming up, you hear Muslim people saying, these people are not Muslims. These people doing these killings are not Muslims. I remember very well that time. They kept saying it. They kept trying to bring out their voices to be heard that these people doing it are not Muslims. They are not Muslims. But in my mind, I was like, how will you say they are not Muslims? Why will you say they are not Muslims? They carry Muslim names all around. They say they do salah, they do everything. And you people are deceiving yourselves that they are not Muslims. If they are not Muslims, who are they? But thank God for now, at least this movement has been able to give them a voice to say it in a clear way that we now understand, okay, truly they are not Muslims. They have another thing they practice apart from Islam. So you see, the movement is really a good one. And again, I look at Kano, sometimes I say, is it possible for Hausa people to to drive away Fulani people from Kano. Because I went to Kano, my God, it's as if everywhere is Fulani people in Kano. But I know any movement that God has a hand in it, it is never a difficult one. So my hope, my prayer, and I believe so much that one day Fulani will be a history in Nigeria. Fulani will be history in Plateau State. All our villages that Fulanis are occupying, my village in particular, we have more than 40 villages, more than 50 villages displaced by Fulanis. Fulanis are the ones living there. Fulanis are the ones farming there. Fulanis are the ones harvesting our bananas, harvesting our guavas, harvesting our firewoods in the bushes. They will harvest and come and sell it to us because they have driven every occupant of those villages. They now harvest the firewood, bring it in a pickup. If you like, you buy. If you like, you don't buy. A pickup they sell, I heard, is about 40 to 50,000 naira. A pickup of firewood that you buy from the Fulani people. So I know and I believe that God is in this movement, and surely success and victory will be ours at the end of the day. Thank you.
Thank you, my daughter. We are definitely not waiting for God to come. He ain't coming. We need to do what we got to do. So at least we have identified the common enemy, right? We've been reminding you guys for so many years now that it's Fulanese. Fulanese, 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 Fulanese. They will say, oh, it's farmers and headers clash, no more clash. And people were mistaken who is actually, how people knew who is doing this, but they did not have the guts to come out and call out that common enemy. So we thank our brothers and sisters. These are the things that you're supposed to be doing, not waiting for God. Calling out, identifying your enemy, delineating your enemy, putting him out there. Put them out there now because they have to come out and defend themselves. You can see what our almighty, who is this one? Sultan of Sokoto. And this, why is this thing too small?
Yeah.
Can you see it?
Yeah, increase. You're trying to increase it. It's coming up.
Yeah, this is as big as it gets.
Okay, we'll make do with that.
Go ahead.
So he's saying, you fight Almighty Allah when you fight Boko Haram. This is Sultana of Sokoto saying, not in private, in public. Have you seen what will tell you that religion is a major tool used by the colonizers? Fulani, they are colonizers. When we talk of colonialism, white colonial monsters, Arab descendants colonial monsters, which Fulanis are from. So we have them already inside them. They're not coming to play games with you. They are coming to colonize you. That's why they want to eliminate you, destroy you, everything about your land. So as we are fighting and people are coming shouting that this is what is going on, look at somebody. These are the people that made the 1999 Constitution. Like when we tell you that that 1999 Constitution must go down, you did not make it. If you made it, there's no way you will make it in such a way that you disarm yourself and arm the enemy. It's not possible. The fact that it's unitary constitution, that it's like you Sharia law and everything is inside it. Meanwhile, we're supposed to build a secular nation. It shows you that it is not the indigenous people that made that constitution. It's not possible. But the people, as you are saying the right thing that you should say, which will say, call the person that is doing you. And now people have begun to call, you can't lie anymore because the church made you to lie. No, you are one. From time to time, they will throw one video and say, Fulani become a Christian. Fulani has accepted the Christianity. Fulani accept Christ. Is that what we're saying? We say people are destroying us. What you are talking about is how to grow your business. So you are getting it because you have to call a spade a spade. That's number one step. If somebody is sick, you have to say, this is my sickness, before we now bring the treatment for you. So now that you are calling what it is, We are now on the same page. What is next? Now, because you are calling it out, the real people that have been sponsoring the massacre in your village will come out to defend the people killing you, which the Sultan of Sokoto is one of them. And we will show you more. By his mouth, not accuse. We are not alleging anything. I can't allege what somebody has said with his mouth and said it in public. There's no alleging here. It's direct. So we don't lie to ourselves. We say it as it is. This is Dele Farah to me. Like we said, one day he will say the right thing, tomorrow he will say another thing. But the thing about you not being truthful is that by the time angel of hunger and angel of death hit your village, truth will come out from your mouth. They won't be begging you to speak the truth. So let's listen. We break it into two and analyze. It's long, but we're going to break it and then analyze. Pay attention, because these are the people that for longest we have spoken with this man directly. We spoke direct with him. We say, why are you doing this? Why do you know the truth and you're lying to the youths? Why is it that you do as if your head is not correct? And you're talking, as if this, we know what we're saying. We know the problem. We know the solution. Why are you doing it like as if people are confused? We are not confused. If you are confused, we are not confused. We know the truth. But you're going to deceive the people because you're selfish again. Whatever you people want to gain, you are sure that you want to win election or get whatever. You come and lie to them, it's not by position. So if it's not by position, what is it about? Why is it that when you know the truth, that what is ailing the people is the constitutional arrangement, you will go and tell them it's constitution amendment, it is election amendment. Let's amend. Now you have led them to 2023. Guess who is dying? The people are dying. The youths are dying. Hunger everywhere. Have you apologized? Have you now made up your mind to say, I will stand by the truth no matter what? I won't go a little to the left, a little to the right. But we are playing because you know what? We don't allege. We don't allege. How can I allege what somebody is saying to me, Kurokuro? We don't allege. We bring the person that said it. You will hear you to your ear. And when the person has said it, it's not alleging. The person said it. So listen. Idiotic, Omar Jesse said, idiotic Sultan is the devil himself. Yes, it's human being that is devil. There's no devil that is somewhere hidden in the spirit.
No.
It's human being. My people said, my ancestors, no mother kanaya. All mother Buddha take place. So these are children of darkness. And everything they do it in darkness. They don't want you to expose them. That's why when children of light expose their evil work, they will be forced to speak. That thing that they didn't want to speak, they will speak it by force. Let's continue. Thank you, Omar Jesse.
Ask myself exactly what is this question about. So I pondered it for years. And then in recent times, because of things that are happening all around us, what happened in Uromi, where 16 Fulani, no, they didn't say Fulani, 16 hunters of northern extraction were killed by vigilantes in Uromi. And then just right next week, an outrage of extreme proportion took place on the plateau, where, according to my friend, Dr. Kavram Stanley, the National Publicity Secretary of the Middle Belt Forum, he told me, and I believe him, that over 200 people were killed. But in the press, you got accounts by 50, you got accounts like 100, and even those 100, you find people say, no, it wasn't up to that, seeking to minimize the casualty figures. Important thing is this. In this last week, Yorubas in Akure, same Akure, had occasion to troop out in their numbers to protest the insecurity occasioned again, the Fulani again, they said. Enugu people were crying out about being butchered on their farms. It would appear that almost everywhere across the length and breadth of Nigeria in the last week, it's been one killing after the other, all linked in one way or the other to the Fulani people.
3 signs your car accident is worth major compensation. If you've been in a car accident recently, there are 3 critical signs that could indicate your case is worth significant compensation, possibly even 6 or 7 figures. Sign number 1, insurance tried to settle quickly after your accident. This is the biggest red flag.
like and subscribe.
Insurance companies know exactly what your case could be worth at its maximum value, and they rush to offer you a fraction of that amount before you discover the truth. Here's what most people don't realize. The main reason why accident victims don't receive huge payouts has almost nothing to do with how severe their accident was. It's because most people simply don't know there are better ways to get compensated beyond going through insurance. Insurance companies count on you not knowing this. They're hoping you'll accept their first offer just to be done with the hassle, even when that offer might be just 10 to 15% of what your claim is truly worth.
Turn it off. My goodness. Sorry, guys.
This has not just, it didn't start yesterday. It's something that's been ongoing, it's been happening for a while.
It's talking about
Every
the
time
killing.
you hear of one ethnic cleansing, one mother or the other, the Fulanis are mentioned.
Okay. Now you know.
So this last week, I've had my mind preoccupied with cows, the Fulanis, the obvious war of conquest and invasion going on, and the seeming complicity, not even seeming, the obvious complicity of the state that seems to continue to ask, where are the cows? Because nobody appears to be treating these as anything close to what it should be treated as. Because obviously Nigeria is a country under siege. So as I started thinking about these, I remembered the narratives offered by Kawu Baraje, the former National Secretary, I believe, of the APC. This is reported in Business Day of the 2nd of August, 2022. Baraje was speaking at the occasion of his 70th birthday. And he said on record that in the lead up to the 2015 election, they, as the APC, imported Fulanis from Sierra Leone, from Mali, from Senegal, from Niger, and from Chad. He was very specific. He did not mention any other ethnic nationality. He spoke specifically of the Fulani. He said they imported Fulanis from Sierra Leone, Mali, Senegal, Niger, and Chad. I'm not sure if we had influxes from Equatorial Guinea or if the ones in other parts were equally invited, but it was specific. And in 2015, a rabid Fulani redentist and a Muslim fanatic was elected president of Nigeria. Baraje was very, very clear in also saying that the people they invited, they also harmed. Let me repeat myself. Go to the Business Day newspaper of August 2, 2022. I am quoting Kawu Baraje. He was part of the foundation of the APC. He was a factional chairman of the breakaway PDP that was part of the foundation of the APC. There are recorded confessions on TikTok, on YouTube, almost every social media platform. You'll find Fulani people telling you. There is one particular one I watched myself where the guy was like, look, AK-47, that they don't use it to shepherd their cows, that these were given to them. He was specific in saying that. He's on record. A friend shared a story with me, and I think he also posted these on social media. She rather, a farmer. And she recounted how she was farming somewhere in Oyo State, somewhere around Afigio. I went to school in Fiditi, which incidentally is my mother's village, for those idiots who are saying my mother is Igbo. But this. Anyways, in Afigio, if you know Fiditi and his axis, you know that is on the road to Oyo, after it's between Oyo and Ibadan. So that's deep in the heartlands of Yoruba land.
We don't want you to be able.
And this woman says that immediately after the harvest season, the Fulanis would come. These are Fulanis who have lived in the community for decades. They will come, graze their cattle. In grazing their cattle, the droppings from the cattle would help to fertilize the field. The hooves will break the soil, and it was a mutually beneficial relationship. And these Fulanis would help, and they would give them fura and wara, and people had a mutually beneficial relationship. And when the cows grazed on people's farm, there was also a key, easy way of fixing the problems. They would pay reparations. They had peaceful coexistence. And then this woman told me that after a point, the Fulani the leader of the local Fulani who would graze on her fields came to her to say, look, I'm leaving. There are some new Fulanis in the environment. I cannot coexist with them. And the man left with his family, somebody who had lived in the neighborhood well in excess of 20, 30 years. He left with his family. And not long after, there was this new influx of Fulani people who wouldn't even hear any language and were never ready to discuss peace. Every little infraction turned into fights, and these ones were acting more like conquerors than neighbors. She abandoned her farm. This story is over 10 years old. I used to farm, and I had farms in Ijebu-Igbo. For those of you who are familiar with Ijebu-Igbo, I had farms in Telubomi and Abude, just behind Akoje Farm Settlement. I had cocoa farms running into tens of acres. I was forced to abandon my farm over 10 years ago because of Fulani activities in the neighborhood. Over 10 years ago.
Why did Amazon send me $20,000? Because I use
Sorry, please, can you continue? Where are we now? So you can see, like we said, we already corrected that there's no good Fulani. Now, why we play this video is for youth, for those millions of youths following Dele, to know that Dele knows the truth, but is being conservative with the truth. Why? Because of what they stand to gain from the corrupt system. Like we said, we don't allege here because we will play the video and you will hear with your ear. We are not reporting. We will play it, you will hear it, and then we will say what we want to say. So he knows. You follow the story. Like we said, there's no good Fulani. We know when they switched from the Fulani that they came as, we call it early, the foot soldiers that came to do GPS. They switched from those ones that came to do GPS with their cows to the trained armed ones that will now come to eliminate you. Why we are saying this, for you to know that nothing is by chance. This is a well orchestrated conquest agenda, well orchestrated Fulani conquest agenda. You heard Dele say that Fulani was invited by APC. APC, we heard when El-Rufai confessed that, how they took money to this branch of Fulanis, because like Fulani is a nation. We have the herders. We have the trained terrorists. Those that buy, like, they don't, like, they are it's like when you train lions with flesh. They don't see you as a human being. They don't see you as, they see you as somebody worse than cow. So now they handed over Nigeria to these Fulani people that arrived. Follow the story. Being reported by Dele himself, because he has information. We are saying this because of our youths that will be deceived. These people have information that you don't have. It's like when people were mumuishili following Nnamdi Kanu, and he told them, I know 3, Uchemefo know 2, you know 1. On Daughters of Truth, anything we hear, we will tell you. If we hear 5, you will hear 5. If we hear 10, you will hear 10. We don't have anyone that we are reserving for ourselves. We are giving it to you as we are hearing it. Dele Faratomi and Sowore, they know more than the youths that are leading to electoral reform. And that is why we are taking time to play his video, for him to tell you by himself what we have been saying, that they know the truth. So he knows, like he told you now, how APC are Nigerians, right? These are all the criminal politicians. You have your church leaders inside them, all of them. One Emmanuel Bosun warned our people years back when this APC was coming, because of the information he also got, because he was a diplomat then, serving in Germany. So he got the intellectual, the information. Now, they warned our people about APC. It's not just about APC. They can use PDP, they can use Labour, they can use anything. It's the political class. The political class, the church leaders, and your corrupt traditional leaders, they work together on this agenda. So they invited Fulani terrorists. We told you Fulani terror is the first monster marching after the people. Then the politicians, we enter agreement with them. This is what we need you to do. And then this is what we will do so that we will get the position. Tinubu will not do anything for you. He has already signed, just like Buhari signed with Fulanis when he got in 2015. Remember when Goodluck, they told him they will make the land ungovernable for him, and where to import this Fulani that we told you is the first #1 monster. Fulani all over the world has declared them 4th most dangerous terrorist group on earth. Your politicians went and gave them money and brought them in. Now, handed over the state to them. That's what we call it, state capture, the second monster. The first monster is Fulani terrorist. The second monster coming after you is state capture. And that state capture is possible through 1999 Constitution. Because under 1999 Constitution, which is a unitary constitution, they will just hand over the state. It's in one bag. They will just carry the one bag and hand over to Fulani. And it has happened. If you're thinking that Nigeria has not been conquered, you are lying to yourself. This is giving you account of how Nigeria was sold to Fulani nation. So those of you that are running around in the village ignorantly, not understanding the scale of what is against you, listen now. And this is why we are playing this video. Because it's first account. I'm not reporting it. This is Dele. So you go and meet Dele and get all the details that you need. He knows more than you think you know. Election, you are not going to vote yourself out of this predicament. Election is not the way forward. You will never vote yourself out of what has happened to you. we continue. We
Nope.
say 4 monsters. We have
He
mentioned
will speak today, and tomorrow he will collect his money and tell you to come to the election.
exactly.
Let's get PVC.
So that's why we are not reporting what they're saying. That's why we play them direct, so that the people will hear them one-on-one, because people are the ones following them. He is deceiving them, but you can only be deceived if you don't have your brain. So listen to Dele, and we will keep analyzing what he's saying. We will continue. First monster, second monster, you will hear the third one. 4 monsters are coming after you. Continue, please.
The fact is that this has been an insidious conquest. It has happened with the complicity of the state. And because of the complicity of the state, a lot of us have been slow to admit to the fact that Nigeria is in the grip of an insurgency, ably supported by our government and the rulers of Nigeria. General Laomi was on national TV, on channels, and he said on the record that since 2016, a list of sponsors of terrorism in Nigeria had been given to Buhari as the president. He said in that interview that the sponsors of terrorism included governors, persons in the cabinet of the president. Nothing ever happened to them. The UAE caught sponsors, financiers of terrorism in Nigeria, and they sent them to prison in the UAE. And then they sent a corresponding list of sponsors who are in Nigeria to the Nigerian government, over 300. Nothing ever happened to them. But the same government is always quick to jail 17-year-olds on trumped-up charges. The same government, the same system is always available to persecute those who might make the error of asking to be citizens. My friend, Dr. Calvin Stanley, told me that almost on a daily basis, somebody is killed on the plateau. That 164 settlements on the plateau have been taken as conquered territory, resettled by Fulani marauders.
Well done.
After the indigenous people had been driven off the land. A person told me how she gave up a mining license, or at least her interest in the mining license, when she found out that for her to be able to work the concession she was given, she would have had to be in bed with terrorists who are usually employed in the mining industry to drive out the indigenous people from the land holding the resources.
Right.
And we still begin to ask, where are the cows?
Oh, commercial.
So where are the cows? Who are the cows? Dele is asking. Is it that the people have cow brain? We told you about the first monster, the second monster. Okay.
Dr. Calvin told me that there is a base for Fulani terrorists in the tri-state area, Benue, I think this is between Benue, Nasarawa, and Plateau, somewhere around that place, that there is a base. And he said it on national TV as well, by the way, that this base is known to all of our security agencies, that helicopters land there to drop off ammunition and material.
We've shown you that
the security forces are aware and they've done nothing about it. He is on record. He is on record, on public record, And we are still asking, where are the cows?
Makes sense.
In this last week, I came across the interview given by the old soldier, Brigadier Kogun. Brigadier Togun. He was on Edmond Obilo's show, and he was talking about his experience as the Amotekun Corps commander in Oyo State. General Togun spoke of the difficulties and challenges that were placed on his path by those who were determined to ensure that he did not succeed as the Corps commander. He spoke extensively, very extensively, about how he was prevented from recruiting certain classes of personnel. I was frustrated and not given the material required. And then he spoke even more alarmingly of the multiple Fulani camps that are inside the forests of the Southwest. And then I remember Obadiah Malafia's word before he was murdered.
Cheerful.
He spoke extensively to pretty much the same thing.
And you went to the election after that.
And then it now becomes important to ask ourselves some questions. Who are the cows?
You are the cow, Memo.
I believe that there are many cows in this sorry story. The victims have been treated as cows, or even worse, by those herding cows, slaughtered less reverently than they would have slaughtered cows. I see pictures coming out of Bokos. I see multiple pictures coming out of the Middle Belt. I see the pictures coming out of Akure, coming out of Enugu, coming out from almost every part of this beleaguered land. Men and women, children, slaughtered less reverently than cows. So we, Nigerians, who have been denied citizenship are the ones who have now been reduced to cows.
Yes, you are a cow.
We're treated like cows, as if we don't matter, like our lives count for nothing. What is the value of the Nigerian life if 16 persons said to be hunters in Uromi caused national outrage, rightly so, but the gruesome murder on a daily basis of more people has been normalized as though they are not humans. A state exists. Its president is on a vacation in France, even though working vacation in France, but the president of France is visiting Egypt. Make it make sense to me, because I don't understand these things, but
you
in the
can,
country that the person governs or pretends to govern, people are being slaughtered with nary a reaction.
See this? This is a 400-ounce bar of solid gold. Back in the 20s, this could buy you a decent house.
Please hold on. Keep sharing, please. Thank you.
Asking, who are the cows? Apparently, the Nigerian is less than a cow in the eye of the Nigerian state. Much less than a cow. When they ask where are the cows, maybe we should begin to look in government houses for the cows, because even if you hate us so much, shouldn't you worry that the country you are pretending to govern has been turned over to foreign invaders who are brought in for political purpose? How long do you think this cycle that you have energized is going to last before there is a blow up? Exactly how long do you reckon it's going to last?
Man, I have to chill.
Everywhere you turn, people are being slaughtered. Truth is, I would like to say like cows, but the cows would appear to have primacy over human beings in the Nigeria that has been built under the watch of the APC. There is nobody else to blame for this. This is on the table of the APC. This is not just about Tinubu. It's not just Tinubu. It's the APC. Everyone, and when I say APC, a lot of those who are responsible for this have left APC today. They've gone back to their PDP or they've gone to the SDP, like that short monkey from Kaduna. Where are they today? All over. So essentially, this has been done with the sanction of the political class. Nigeria is under attack. Let's be clear. Let us be clear. This is a state-sponsored war of conquest against the Nigerian people by foreign Fulanis brought into this country by the APC.
My dear.
That is the gospel truth, the stubborn truth. And the sooner we all wrap our brains around this and begin to demand that the APC and the government, whether you are APC, whether you are PDP, doesn't even matter. If you are in a position where you are meant to be the protector of the people, because we are functionaries of the state, whose first duty is the protection of the people, it shouldn't matter where this threat is coming from, who brought it in. The reality is that Nigeria is in the grip of a war of conquest. The state is failing. It is failing horribly. At a time when the state is under attack by persons brought into the country by those who are governing the country today, the president is away on holiday. The director of the DSS is telling us that we are the ones who protect ourselves. Jackson, who fought back in self-defense because his life was in imminent threat, not just threat, he was already stabbed, overpowered his attacker and stabbed back, and our Supreme Court sentenced him to death.
Shut up.
If that wasn't self-defense, what is? So, in a situation where the foreign invaders have been offered immunity and impunity, what is the lot of the Aborigines? Our forests are not they're not no man's land. Those are sacred forests. They belong to some people. They are lands belonging to people. When you brought foreign terrorists, people who had no land of their own, to come into our country, to come and take land, you become complicit in the multiple murders that have taken place in pursuit of their purpose. No wonder they were saying that we should ask our president what he agreed with them. Nigeria is under attack. There is no sugarcoating it. These are foreign Fulanis who are not aborigines to Nigeria, who sees Nigeria as their patrimony, and they have been brought into the country under the auspices of the APC and have been largely protected and supported by the same APC. Because how else do you explain where are the cows? Eventually, the cows were found because the killers of Antifunke just happened to be the Fulanis that the statement was meant to excuse. Where are the cows?
All right, so we'll end this video here. Brother, go get Igbo and go and smoke one shot so that you can rest your brain. As you guys play games with the lives of our people, you take them to an election. You say there shouldn't be. We saw your video. There should not be any election for 2023. Is it 23? You said we cannot proceed without fixing the constitutional issues. But no. When the money came in, Ghana must go back from your sent. Oh, I forgot. He's from heaven, Mona. The man is from heaven. They sent from heaven. All of a sudden, you made a U-turn. And now you want to come and lament. Oh, APC this, APC that. It's not APC. Do not divert attention. Neither is it recruited Fulani. This is their plan, the ongoing plan. We are just now in a different phase of it. Get it through your brain. Stop lying to our youth. Stop looking like Onyara. Go and smoke your joint and get some, I don't know, go and get some yoga class or something so you can relax your mind. You're losing it. We know your kinds. You will sell your children for little money. You will even sell your wife. You will not have any problem with Obasanjo sleeping with your wife and giving you a little something. Because if you're willing to sell your children, just like our colonialists did, because they will get our sisters and brothers pregnant or have kids, they will sell their kids in front of their mother. That's what you're doing. So you're not new to this. We have heard this before. And you will continue to sell. You will sell your stockless of other people's kids. And then you will go on shows and try to divert attention to APC and foreign Fulanis. Brother, this is an ongoing plan, and it's time that you get it through your marijuana brain.
Thank you, my sister. So, you see, you now ask Dele Farotimi, now that you have broken the details of the problem, just like Ninas have done for 25 years, because you all know, you've heard it, you know. Why then are you thinking of electoral reform? Does that make sense? Like Omar Jesus said, he said, you're asking where are the cows? He said the cows are in Aso Rock, National Assembly. Who put the cows in Aso Rock? The 1999 Constitution. And which is why we are saying that you cannot vote yourself out of this. We are talking to the youths because you are the one that will die, not Dele Farotimi. He will leave you
house in New York. His apartment is still being paid for in New York.
Exactly. All of them. So that's what we call political class, the social influencers, the church leaders, the fake traditional rulers. All of them are the same. All the people still holding up 1999 Constitution as a constitution or arrangement that we rule in Nigeria. They are together. They are benefiting from your blood. And you, the youths, are the only one that will stand up and say no. All these things they're saying, like we said, Fulani is the first monster. State capture is the second monster. And they're responding. My sister is going to pull up a picture for us to see, because as we say, you know, it's on two sides. The enemy is coming to destroy you. What are the people saying? What is the enemy saying? What are those, the puppets that the enemy is using, the agents of the enemy, those that are upholding 1999 Constitution? What are they saying? That's what we do on this show. It's not about our own ideas. If we will bring it together, you will make the decision by yourself. This is Fulani man, the Sultana of Sokoto. They spoke during the week. He says, Fulani terror. This is our sister reporting to us. Somebody sent it to us. He said, Fulani terror and Sultan silence. That's what they tagged it. He said, Hausa people never expect something good from you. Yesterday, the Sultan of Sokoto called those who speak out against the unending violence of Fulani bandits social media terrorists. So now this man, this moron, this brain-dead Sultan of Sokoto, or whatever you people call him, he did not see the Fulani terrorists. What he's saying, the people, those of us that are on social media, calling them out, He said we are terror organization. Are you people understanding? Is that sinking? Are you understanding what we're saying, the type of trouble you are inside? Another one call himself Abdullahi Bello. He said, Fulani bandits should not be labeled as bandits, but as freedom fighters. So Fulani bandits, that these people you're seeing, because we told you on this show severally, they're divided into two. The Fulani that is inside Nigeria already, in Aso Rock, which when Goodluck was a president, he told us, he said that these people doing this thing are already in Aso Rock. They are not far. They are already inside. They have taken the seat of power. Now they have another group inside the bush, the Fulani bush, the ones that are the foot soldiers, executing the work of the ones, their so-called intellectuals, because they now have intellectuals working with the British intellectuals, the colonial monsters outside. And that's what we told you, that colonialism never ended. Colonialism, the British colonial monster, handed over to Fulani colonial terrorists. And then the work continued. So if you are separating what is happening to us from all this agenda, you are not looking well. So they continued to say, please let the comment keep coming. Thank you for the comments. We keep displaying them. And Ninas is saying, we either continue to sacrifice our people to save Nigeria, this Fulani Nigeria, or sacrifice this Fulani Nigeria to save our people. Did you hear what you said? This was said 2018. How many years now? The people like Dele Father to me will be deceiving our people, telling them Akuko Mbagoba Ajambene. We are not going to continue this anymore, because our people need to be freed. Our people need to be freed.
My dear, it's in his DNA to lie. He's just practicing the pedigree that he came from. Lies, 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 lies. As long as other people are dying, you continue with your lies. And then when they complain, you bring your God, your daddy geos, to pray them into stupor, so that you will continue with your madness while our people lose their lives. And then your children are somewhere overseas having the best of their lives. Almost 10 years, right? This was 2018.
Yes.
Yeah, 7 years.
So we have mentioned two monsters. The third monster is deliberate economic strangulation.
It's not about ransom.
Sorry.
Against the opponents and the people. It is intentional. Nothing is happening by chance. We are telling you about the four monsters about to destroy the people completely. My sister is going to pull up this video that is about to play. Is to tell you people that the people that you know already know. Because sometimes when we discuss with some ignorant people, they say nobody knows about Ninas, nobody knows about it. It's a lie. Everybody that you know knows. But the thing is what they stand to gain. That's why they are not, some of them are not embracing the solution fully. When this video was made, our brother has moved a little bit away from it, because these are the people that know the truth. So he knows more than he knows now. But we'll play it and then add a commentary. Thank you.
About ransom. They just want to pass a message. We can come in. We can do what we need to do. And there are some hardliners in this government that are sponsoring this kind of narratives. They just want to show that they can Islamize this country. They think about Taliban, they think about the Mujahideens, and they want to replicate it in this country. And they don't care what happened. They simply don't care. As long as at the end of the day, there's Sharia, and there is whatever thing they have in their head, they want to achieve. So these people that are sending messages are sponsored by Nigerians. You remember this Boko Haram issue started since 2012. Yeah. And I was in the military intelligence that time. We arrested those people. It is my organization that actually conducts interrogation and interview. And they mention names. I mean, I can't come on the air and start mentioning names of people that are presently in government now that I know. that is presently in government, that the boys that were arrested mentioned, some of them are governors now. Some of them are in the Senate. Some of them are in Aso Rock. The intention is to Islamize Nigeria and practice Sharia. And it doesn't matter if some people die. It doesn't matter if you're embarrassed. It doesn't matter if our economy has degenerated. Look at the interest rate. Look at the inflation rate. Look at the debt profile of Nigeria. They don't care. As long as at the end, the Quran is at the sea. So some people in this country have this mindset. And we must tell the truth. If you tell the truth, you die. If you don't tell it, you die. Some people have this mindset to Islamize the nation. And they're in the government. And people know them. The DSS know them. The NIA know them. The DIA knows them. You can't succeed without an inside person. And this attack you saw has insiders collaboration.
So he said, we said the third monster is the economic strangulation. We're going to pull up videos because Nina's video now, because when we show you all the things, we finish with the proposition. This is what the solution is. This is what you need to do. That's why at the introduction we said, if you will listen to what Nina is saying today in 2025 and do as you are told, because information is coming, like instruction is coming from Nina's secretariat. We are not playing games. We are not lamenting. Lamentation is not part of the strategy. Every day, instruction is coming out from Nina's, because this is 25 years of battle. Information, getting information, talking to the people that needs to be talked to, getting so that what we are doing will be our right. Like Sharia, we told you that Sharia is just a tool to the conquest. That's why it's not religious agenda. It's ethnic cleansing. They are using religion as a tool. It's colonialism, ethnic cleansing, anything you call it. Neo-colonialism, that is conquest. Colonialism is conquest. Neo-colonialism is about conquest. Another nation, another intruder coming into your land to take your land and your resources. They don't mind killing you off to do that. And we are saying that today is 19th of April 2025. If you listen to the instructions coming from Nina's secretariat, we can turn this table around. Don't listen to political class. Don't listen to your church leaders. Don't listen to your fake traditionalists. Don't listen to social influencers, celebrity lawyers. All these fake people, they know the truth. The only one that doesn't know the truth is you. And it's you that are deceiving. And you know what? You are the same one that will die, you and your children. But there is hope. There is solution, not even just hope. There is something you are supposed to do today. And Nina's secretariat is standing out to give you the instruction minute by minute, because this is battle. This is battle. You're battling for your life. You're battling for your land. You need instruction. You need information. This is not I hope we went in pain. You must do as you are told. You'll be told what to do. And every day, Nina's is giving us information on what we need to do. Instruction, not just information. This is battle. And battle instruction will be coming from Nina's secretariat on daily basis until we get our land and our sovereignty back. You must listen. If you don't listen, your own has finished. Let's listen to instruction.
Proceed to that 2027 election under this constitution, it is a choice to perish. And it is a choice of stupid people. It is a choice of stupid people. But when the suffering will come, because if you think you are suffering now, what you are going through now is a child's play. If we do not terminate the operation of that constitution sooner than later, We are not saying chase out the people in government house. NINAS is still willing to accommodate in a transition all of those who are in the governance structure of now. Let those in government house, whether they won election or they didn't, remain in a transitional capacity through that period of transition, like South Africa did to ease itself out of the apartheid, bind in 1990. It took them 5 years. They ended in 1994 with the election that brought Mandela. It is this same problem we are trying to solve now that South Africa solved. Apartheid came in 1910, Nigeria happened in 1914. The Boers imposing a constitution that rendered the black slaves in their land. In case of Nigeria, the British and their Fulani friends imposing Nigeria that excluded the owners of the land from any meaningful thing. And now, by 1999, they had codified the first, the second, third time, and that's what they got to build their democracy on. Is it working for anybody now? It's not working. It's not. Everybody is saying it is not working. What then shall we do? To go to another election that will renew the life of that constitution in 2027? That will be a stupid decision. That will be a decision to build on a damaged foundation. And there's only one outcome possible. That edifice will crash. That edifice will crash. That Nigeria you're building on the foundation of a constitution that is damaged, the constitution that does not exist, will crash. And we're not saying it will happen by accident. The person speaking with you, as a part of a majority that reject that constitution, are going to do whatever it will take to crash that constitution. Those who are sitting in Abuja and thinking that they become the owners of our sovereignty, you better dress back, because right from this 4th anniversary, from the 16th day of December in 2024, NINAS will proceed with the mobilization to rally the victims of Unitary Nigeria countrywide against the enforcers of Unitary Nigeria. I repeat, NINAS will now rally the victims of Unitary Nigeria, that is the peoples of Nigeria whose sovereignty have been hijacked by that constitution, against those who are holding on to that constitution as basis of union. 25 years is sufficient in terms of pleading and begging and generally trying to persuade. Now, the boxing ring, the venue for that fight is whether we proceed to election in 2027 under that constitution or we go to transition. Those who want to salvage their own people from this bondage will stand with us in saying transition in place of election. Let us go and repair this ship before we all sink with it. Those who want to hold hands with the enemy to continue to suck the blood of the people will say, oh, let us go to election and build our democracy further. It is a choice that we have all to make, but NINAS will lead those who reject that constitution, who then say they cannot go to another election under it because it will only renew their bondage, and who insist on immediate transition or the dissolution of the stupid union. The union is dead if we can't define the terms of that union. If anybody imagines that it is guns that will be used to camp and clamp, be informed that guns are useless in this discussion. It is that constitution that put the guns where they are now. The collapse of that constitution means that everybody can take what that constitution took from them, including their sovereignty, including their economic access, including the goals to defend themselves in their place.
Yep, there is a way out. There is a way out. There's a template on the table starting right now. Today, April the 19th. Today that we can reject our current situation and ask for NINAS template to be implemented. So instead of you waiting for Patu Tommy or waiting for our brother, the Igbo brother that goes back and forth, today he's about constitutional reconfiguration, tomorrow after Igbo he's about APC. Is the APC that is the problem? No, it's enough of that. There's a way out of this current dispensation. we don't have to be in this quagmire. There's no need for us to continue here. And it has nothing to do with God. We've reminded you guys over and over again that God is not coming. This God was there, had a and sheep for 500 years, and he didn't even sink one of the sheep. Nobody's coming. You will have to wake up and get this work done. Thank you, my sister.
Yes, thank you, my sister. In summary, because we talked of 4 monsters marching against the people. In summary, take home point. Remember, 2023 election. Each election, you are renewing your bondage. So the election is the center, fueling all the things you're going through by the fraudulent unitary constitution, because the political class, the politicians, the political party want to win election at all costs, and they will sell you off to do that. So that's why Fulanis are killing you. They will not talk to Fulani because they want to win the election. They want the Fulani to vote for them. They want them to go and bring them from Niger, and they will vote for them. And meanwhile, it's not the vote that is counting. It's just to make it look as if there's democracy when there's no democracy. So number one monster coming after you is Fulani terrorists. The terror network, the machinery, armed by this, the constitution armed them, gave them guns, and took the gun away from you. That's number one monster. The gun monopoly under 1999 constitution. The second monster is state capture, dictatorship, no justice, like what you saw happen in Rivers. The next one is deliberate economic strangulation of the opposition and the people. APC must want to win 2027, and they will do everything to win.
They've already done everything.
Exactly. The fourth one is 2027 season of election. So far, you are continuing to go with them. You see, they will sell you, they will market you, and they will continue. What is the way forward? Our people say, what is the way forward? Shut down the journey to 2027 election. That's all you need to do. How? How you did obedience.
Yeah.
You did it. You did it by yourself. You organized yourself and did everything together. That thing you did, that is how you organize yourself to shut down the politicians, shut down the political parties in your villages, in your ethnic nationality, in your everywhere, in your platform, all the WhatsApp platform where you are, all YouTube, all everywhere. If you want to leave, shut down the journey. Do not allow them to drag you to abattoir again. Do not allow them to drag you to the slaughterhouse. Like we warned you in 2023, you refused and went. Guess who is dying? Guess who is hungry? You. If you go again, if you allow them to drag you again to this abattoir, what you're going through now is a child's play. So going forward, shut down the election, the 2027 preparation. We're not saying wait for 2027 to go and shut it down. No. Now is when you will shut down every talk, every campaign, anything. You don't want to hear anybody saying anything again about 2027 election. You don't want to hear it. You know, when you do that, you have removed power from the hands of those bullying you, molesting you. You have taken back your power. So you have turned the table around. You'll be able to turn the table around against your enemy. And you know what? Fulani will be out of your land immediately. Remember, Dele said they brought them in because they wanted to win the election. So if you stop the election from proceeding, they don't have job anymore now. Everybody will go. The state capture will collapse. And you know what? The assets in your land, your ancestral land, will return back in your hand. And then we begin the union renegotiation, the union reconstruction. Then you will decide whether you want to be in Nigeria or you want to be out. You will decide what
you will get your power back.
You will get your power back.
That's
it.
it.
Just like a woman being molested by her husband, and a lawyer is guiding you how you will get your power back. This is what it is like.
This is it.
If you don't listen, if you decide to listen to those that are deceiving you, guess. Okay. Thank you.
All your teeth will be on the ground. Thank you, my sister. What a wonderful discussion today. You can see what there's a template on the table. We'll be shouting about this. We have millions and millions of videos, or should I say thousands and thousands of videos for you to learn from. Please go to ninasvoice.org. Then we have a YouTube. Sign up for that YouTube. Subscribe so that whenever we drop a video on that instruction, you will be first hand. Like the same way you guys will read your Bible and put a bookmark in it so you will know where you stop. You should bookmark that page. Bookmark that page so that you will get instruction. These politicians are not for you. They have never been for you. That's why they gather together between them and their celebrities and their church leaders and your traditional rulers. They have you guys going in a loop. And go and look. When you go in a loop, you lose your brain of thoughts. You will become loopy. That's why you hear that word, loopy. You won't even know what is going on. The same group of people. So the politicians will deal with you. You will go to church. Your church will pray for you, and then assign whatever that is happening to you to your ancestral land. And then because you're tired, you will go home and be watching women that are changing butts, inflating their butt and deflating their butt. And even the musicians will come and tell you that stealing is sorrow. Now they're encouraging you. They are all in this together. Somebody will open up their mouth and say that prostitution and Izuri or whatever is sorrow. So that when he finished singing, the people that stole our resources will invite him to their birthdays, pay him $5 million when they haven't paid our teachers. My dear, we can end these things. We can end this. This is a case of going under. Somebody facing backward. You can go behind them and drag the carpets under them. They will hit their face on the floor. And then they will become the victim. That's what we're trying to do here. We have cried enough. We have complained enough. There is a template on the table, and we do not need to continue in this manner. For all of you that are stopping by for the first time, we thank you. For those that have been here forever, we thank you. We are not relenting. Go and see. 6 years talking the same thing, never, no shaking. No shaking, because I am an our salvation, no, not in your Bible, not in your Sunday school, not in your fasting. Our salvation is where we will end this neo-colonialism contraption called Nigeria. That's where it is. And do not follow those, because I saw a video of one man speaking so eloquently. Oh, the Nigeria is not a problem. I say, shut up. Shut up is the problem. The nations before this, your artificial enterprise called Nigeria. How dare you? How dare you want to promote the artificial name called Nigeria? If you care about the people of Nigeria, go and know them as nations that they were before the colonialists came and destroyed it.
Exactly. That's their identity.
That's the identity. And you cannot take our identity from us, because once you take it, we will lose our minds.
Exactly. Identity crisis.
We will lose our minds.
That's who we are.
You stop with your British accent, English. Stop. We're Igbo. We're Yorubas. Yes. We're epic. We are not Nigerians.
No.
For those of you Americans going and promoting Nigeria, we are not Nigerians. It's like we're calling you, instead of African American, we'll be calling you slaves. Exactly. We are not Nigerians.
Exactly.
We are Igbos.
Exactly.
Go and learn if you want to talk about us.
Learn.
Until next week, brothers and sisters. I'm already hot. You see this how she's making me hot. We'll see you guys next week. Please take care.
Bye,
and continue to share the video
yes, please.
to go across. Bye-bye.
Bye. Love you.